Switzerland versus Slovenia. Hello, and welcome back to AI Global News Update. I'm your host, and today we've got a thrilling deep dive into a crucial UEFA World Cup qualifying match. Tomorrow, at 20:45, the St. Jakob Park Stadium will be buzzing as Switzerland takes on Slovenia. This isn't just a game, it's a clash of ambitions, and we're here to break down everything you need to know. Scene transition, split screen, Switzerland on left, Slovenia on right, with team logos. Let's start with a general perspective on our two contenders. Switzerland, often seen as a dark horse in international football, consistently fields a well-drilled, disciplined side. They might not always grab the headlines, but their efficiency and tactical astute often surprise bigger nations. Slovenia, on the other hand, embodies resilience. They're a team that battles for every ball, often punching above their weight and showing immense pride in their national colors. They might not have the superstar names, but their collective spirit is undeniable. Scene transition, graphics highlighting Swiss achievements. Now let's talk achievements. Switzerland has a solid history in international competitions. They've been consistent qualifiers for both the World Cup and the Euros, often reaching the knockout stages. Their greatest successes often come from their ability to frustrate opponents and capitalize on set pieces. For example, their run to the quarterfinals of Euro 2020, where they famously eliminated France, showcased their ability to perform under pressure. Their failures often stem from a lack of clinical finishing in crucial moments, or sometimes an inability to break down deeply defensive teams. In this qualifying campaign, they've shown flashes of brilliance, but have also had moments where they've struggled to convert possession into goals. Scene transition, split screen, Switzerland on left, Slovenia on right, with team logos. Narrator, let's start with a general perspective on our two contenders. Switzerland, often seen as a dark horse in international football, consistently fields a well-drilled, disciplined side. They might not always grab the headlines, but their efficiency and tactical astute often surprise bigger nations. Slovenia, on the other hand, embodies resilience. They're a team that battles for every ball, often punching above their weight and showing immense pride in their national colors. They might not have the superstar names, but their collective spirit is undeniable. Scene transition, graphics highlighting Swiss achievements. Narrator, now let's talk achievements. Switzerland has a solid history in international competitions. They've been consistent qualifiers for both the World Cup and the Euros, often reaching the knockout stages. Their greatest successes often come from their ability to frustrate opponents and capitalize on set pieces. For example, their run to the quarterfinals of Euro 2020, where they famously eliminated France, showcased their ability to perform under pressure. Their failures often stem from a lack of clinical finishing in crucial moments, or sometimes an inability to break down deeply defensive teams. In this qualifying campaign, they've shown flashes of brilliance, but have also had moments where they've struggled to convert possession into goals. Scene transition, graphics highlighting Slovenian achievements. Slovenia's footballing history, while perhaps less decorated, is equally compelling. They've qualified for the World Cup twice, in 2002 and 2010, which for a nation of their size is a significant achievement. Their success is built on a strong defensive foundation and quick counterattacks. They famously held England to a goalless draw in the 2010 World Cup, a testament to their ability to dig in. Their challenges often involve maintaining consistency against top-tier opposition and finding that cutting edge in attack. In this group, they've been formidable at home, but have sometimes struggled to replicate that form on the road. Scene transition, AI graphic analyzing recent match data. Looking at their last matches, both teams have had mixed fortunes. Switzerland, in their recent outing, displayed their characteristic solidity, but perhaps lacked a bit of creative spark in the final third. The factor responsible for their success in that game was undoubtedly their organized defense and disciplined midfield, which stifled their opponents' attacks. However, a failure to convert several clear-cut chances meant they didn't win as convincingly as they might have. For tomorrow, they'll need to focus on sharper decision-making around the box and encouraging more adventurous runs from their wide players. Slovenia, in their last match, demonstrated their fighting spirit. They might have conceded, but they never gave up and continued to press. Their success came from their tenacity and ability to win duels in midfield. However, their failure was perhaps a momentary lapse in concentration at the back, which proved costly. To have a good outing tomorrow, Slovenia needs to maintain their defensive intensity for the full 90 minutes and be more clinical when their counter-attacking opportunities arise. They'll need to hit Switzerland fast and accurately. Scene transition. Graphics showing historical team strengths. Now, let's talk about the bedrock of these teams, their strengths. In the past, Switzerland's strength has always been their tactical discipline, often featuring a robust central midfield and fullbacks who provide width and defensive cover. Think of players like Xherdan Shaqiri providing moments of individual brilliance, supported by a tireless midfield. Presently, they still possess that strong defensive structure, but they've also introduced more dynamic young talents who bring pace and flair. Their ability to switch formations and adapt to opponents is a significant asset. Slovenia's past strength has been their incredible work rate and defensive solidity, often frustrating more technically gifted teams. Their goalkeepers have historically been crucial, and their ability to absorb pressure and then launch quick breaks has been a hallmark. Presently, they continue with that defensive resilience, but they've also developed some exciting attacking talent, giving them more options going forward. Their physical presence in midfield is also a key strength, making them tough to play against. Scene transition. Graphics showing areas of potential weakness. Every team has its Achilles heel, and Switzerland and Slovenia are no different. In the past, Switzerland's weakness has occasionally been a lack of a prolific, out-and-out striker, sometimes relying heavily on midfield goals or set-piece conversions. This sometimes made them predictable against teams that could effectively shut down their creative outlets. Presently, while they have improved their attacking options, there can still be moments where they struggle to break down deep-lying defenses, and they can sometimes be vulnerable to quick transitions if their fullbacks are caught high up the pitch. Slovenia's past weakness has often been their creativity in the final third and sometimes a lack of depth in certain positions. If their key defensive players were injured, it could significantly impact their system. Presently, while they've improved their attacking options, they can still struggle with sustained possession against stronger teams, and their defensive high line can sometimes be exploited by quick, incisive passes. Maintaining concentration for the full 90 minutes against a relentless Swiss attack will be paramount. Scene transition. Headshots of the coaches, with their names and stats. The men steering the ships are just as important as the players on the field. Switzerland's coach, Murat Yakin, has brought a new level of tactical flexibility to the team. His strength lies in his ability to motivate his players and set up a defensively sound unit that is difficult to break down. He's not afraid to make bold tactical decisions. His potential weakness might be his relative inexperience at the very highest international level in pressure cooker situations, though he's rapidly gaining it. For Slovenia, Majoš Kek is a veteran. His strength is his deep understanding of Slovenian football and his ability to instill a fierce fighting spirit in his players. He's a master motivator and knows how to get the best out of his squad, often making them greater than the sum of their parts. His potential weakness might be his sometimes conservative approach, which could limit their attacking potential against a team like Switzerland. However, his pragmatism has also brought them significant success. Scene transition. Player highlight reels with names and positions. Now, for the key players to watch, the individuals who can turn the tide of the match. For Switzerland, keep a close eye on Granit Xhaka. The captain is the engine of their midfield, dictating tempo, breaking up play, and possessing a powerful shot from distance. His leadership will be crucial. Also, watch Briel Embolo. When he's on form, his pace, power, and finishing can be devastating. He'll be looking to exploit any spaces in the Slovenian defense. And of course, Xherdan Shaqiri, the Alpine Messi, with his incredible vision and ability to produce moments of magic from anywhere on the pitch. For Slovenia, all eyes will be on their formidable goalkeeper, Jan Oblak. He is arguably one of the best shot stoppers in the world, and his presence between the sticks provides immense confidence for the entire team. He's capable of making match-winning saves. In attack, watch out for Benjamin Sesko. The young striker is a rising star with an impressive physical presence and a keen eye for goal. He represents Slovenia's future and will be a constant threat. Also, keep an eye on Adam Nezdasarin in midfield, a dynamic player who can both defend and drive forward. Scene transition, AI graphic comparing team stats side by side. Comparing these two teams, we see some fascinating similarities. Both Switzerland and Slovenia place a high value on defensive organization and collective effort. Neither team is solely reliant on individual superstars. Instead, they thrive on a strong team ethic. They both possess a pragmatic approach to the game, often prioritizing tactical discipline over flamboyant attacking play, especially in crucial qualifying matches. However, their differences lie in their attacking philosophies. Switzerland, while disciplined, often aims for more sustained periods of possession and intricate build-up play, whereas Slovenia tends to be more direct, relying on quick transitions and counterattacks. Switzerland might have a slight edge in terms of individual quality in certain positions, but Slovenia's unwavering spirit can often bridge that gap. Scene transition, AI graphics showing predicted match outcome percentages. Kindly subscribe to this channel. Always for more and best from us all the time. So what are the possible expectations for tomorrow's encounter? This is going to be a tight, hard-fought match. I expect Switzerland to try and dominate possession, pushing forward with their fullbacks and trying to unlock the Slovenian defense with intricate passing and movement. Slovenia, on the other hand, will likely sit deep, look to frustrate Switzerland, and then unleash quick counterattacks, utilizing the pace of their forwards and the strength of Sesko. The first goal will be absolutely crucial. If Switzerland scores early, it could force Slovenia to open up, leading to a more expansive game. If Slovenia scores first, it will allow them to double down on their defensive strategy, making it incredibly difficult for Switzerland to break them down. Set pieces will also be a major factor, with both teams having players capable of delivering and finishing. I predict a very tense affair, potentially decided by a moment of individual brilliance or a single defensive error. Scene transition, encouraging graphics with social media icons. This promises to be a captivating encounter in the UEFA World Cup qualifiers, and we'll be here to bring you all the updates and analysis. What are your predictions for Switzerland versus Slovenia?